Welcome everyone to the Fighting Dementia Podcast. We're a resource for people in the early to middle stages, discussing with experts, people living with dementia, people supporting people with dementia to help them on their journey and to fight the disease.
Welcome back to the podcast. I was away last week, so it's nice to be back. And we're going to do some reminiscing today about all what we've done on the podcast this year and who we've met and what they've brought for us. And it's just been so nice. It's been funny, it's been sad, but it's been really heartwarming to know there's so many nice people out there doing the very best with dementia.
Hi folks, nice to see you all again. We're going to talk about things we've done and things we've seen. So let's get on with it.
There you go.
You can tell Tom's still in work, can't you?
The reason why we're doing an intro like that is because we tried to film one, didn't we? And it didn't go very well. So we thought each week we'd just intro in case you're a new listener. And Fran, you were diagnosed 5.5 years ago with mixed dementia, and Tom, it was 8 years ago now. Yep. So the whole point is that we get different perspectives of people living with it.
Yeah.
We were recently talking about the cookbooks, and we found that, well, I think one of the comments that you'd said, Tom, is like they should actually speak to people who've got dementia when designing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same with services in the NHS or other things that are out there. Sometimes people think, oh, you know what people want. But I think the more and more we find, I don't think necessarily that people with dementia have been involved all the time, have they?
I think when you do, I just know I've done a lot of talks to different people, and they're always so enthusiastic about it, and so, but then it gets trying to get it into the systems of where they work or what they do.
Yeah,
that's the most difficult thing. People do listen, but they don't always get the opportunity to fix it because there's that many systems in place for them to go through that by the time they're through a quarter of them, there's nothing there for them to do, or people are not listening by then.
And half the issue is the nature of dementia, of how different it is for every person based on who you are, what your life experience is, where you've come from. So then designing services is complicated because you need to listen to almost like 100 voices. Because you can have 100 different types of, well, there is hundreds of types of dementia, and there's also hundreds of types of how people present or how people are. And so then it becomes complicated. Half of it is what Rosie and Michelle, which we'll come on to as like highlights from this year, is being the person-centred and learning about that person and understanding that person and putting in a little couple of minutes of effort, either speaking to someone who's supporting them if they're unable to communicate, to understand them, and then to, once you have that, you can then provide maybe better care or better services or better support.
Well, you were asking us what was the highlights of our, doing the podcast this year. One was Tom.
That's always me.
Or should I say Richard?
Yeah.
Tom joining the podcast, yeah.
Yeah. The other was meeting all these different people and just seeing that, there's so much out there for people, and I just hope that we have got to some people and that they've got to know that dementia isn't the end.
Yeah. Well,
there's so much. I've seen so many amazing people, and not just the people with dementia, but the people who are supporting the people with dementia.
Yeah.
And we just had so many laughs as well. And it's just been really empowering, to be honest, and it's made my life better. Don't know about you, Tom.
No, it's definitely, I mean, like I say, I get out every day now. Well, every week, out the cupboard.
Yeah.
And the man who I really like was the guy with the penny farthing.
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't remember his name, but it must be a hell of a man to ride the penny farthing,
So Peter was a recent episode, and he...
done 100 miles, wasn't it?
He'd done 100 miles on a penny farthing in one day, so yeah, we learned a lot about him.
I don't know how we done that. I couldn't imagine having dementia and being on a penny farthing, because you get physical attributes as well as just mental health ones. But he has really changed his behaviour and, concentrated and done what he's done. I think he's amazing.
Diagnosed at 50, which the younger you get dementia, the worse it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But he's gone off, done lots of different things. There's a little clip of him here, which we'll have a little watch of now.
Yeah.
We've just got to live our lives because, as we said earlier on, it's not as though you're going to die of dementia. You might die with dementia. They're two different things. So I think that's what I would say. Don't do the things wrong that I did. Be open about it, and wear your dementia with pride, if that makes sense. Don't hide it away. Don't be ashamed of it. If somebody doesn't want to talk to you because you've got dementia, well, it's their loss, not yours. They're the ones that are missing out on possibly an extremely brilliant, wonderful person.
Tom wanted to go on it, didn't you?
What, penny farthing?
Yeah, it's penny farthing.
I don't remember saying that.
Oh, I do.
I don't. But if you want, I'll give it a go.
Would you give it a go, yeah?
Yeah, it's a laugh.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's motivated. I mean, he's still cycling on penny farthing and normally.
Yeah.
And he's 10 years in and he says he has bad days. His memory's really not doing that well. But he seemed on the podcast really well in himself and he lives in the present. He goes out all the time, speaks to people in his local community. He gets supported a lot, which he appreciates. And that's 10 years into when it's supposed to be worse if you get diagnosed at 50. So I think talking to those people can give a lot of people hope and ideas for how to not stop living, because certainly you two haven't stopped living, have you?
No, trying not to.
Yeah, I think with us changing our behaviour as well, we were already doing that to an extent. But when we've seen all these different people and different things out there now and speaking to different people, we've had a doctor on, we've had a lady who done exercises for us, so many different people to talk to. You just think, oh, that's a good idea. And, you can get round that, don't you? Whereas once before you wouldn't have the confidence to do
there's always something. I don't have the confidence to do this.
Yeah.
Before.
No, me neither.
I can now,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's loads of people who've been on and are really inspiring.
Yeah. Yeah,
and they seem
I can't remember half of them.
No, not me. But they seem to understand what you're going through and what you need.
Yeah.
But it's whether anybody else higher up taking a notice of them, isn't it?
Yeah. The behaviour change to me is just an eye-opener.
Well, we had a great laugh with Michelle,
who
was an inspirational lady.
Because I couldn't interrupt her.
We'll play that little clip where...
lovely. She was lovely.
Where Tom discusses how he felt during Michelle's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good it was.
And initially I did call it a dementia centre because I was on a journey. I wanted to engage with people and I wanted to learn their lived experience. And then very soon I changed it from a dementia day centre to a social club. Because to me, I believe that people with dementia, you see the person before the illness. They're not somebody they're not people who don't have capacity. They're not people who don't understand what's going on. Treat them as individuals uniquely for who they are. Give them the autonomy to make decisions.
It's very quiet because Fran couldn't get a word in midway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even my sister said that when she watched it. And my other friend said, oh, Fran, bit slow there.
But that idea of treating the person as the person who they are.
Yeah.
And, yes, they have dementia. And she's described, okay, he's left the house. He's walking out the door. And in a lot of families or scenarios, maybe it's like, where are you going? Come back now, come back now. Whereas she's like, where are you going? And he says, I'm going to London. He says, oh, really? Why are you going to London? Oh, well, are you sure you want to go now to London, really? And all of a sudden, instead of like, no, you can't do that, no, you can't do this, it's just talking to them about why they're doing it, why someone might be doing it, what's going on. Obviously, that's someone probably in the later stages than a lot of people listening. But that idea of focusing your lives around who you are and what you're into, because just because Tom's cycling doesn't mean for you, Fran, that like, oh, he's living well, let's go and get on a bike, because that's not just something
I'd
that you're
fall
into.
off the bike. I couldn't get on a bike.
Get a three-wheeler.
Tricycle, there we go, yeah.
Or tandem. Let's go tandem.
He wouldn't want to be behind me, honestly. Not after the curry, anyway.
Too much information.
Well, it's always the same with me. Always too much.
In the cupboard for you.
Again.
So, yeah, it was really nice that you joined the podcast, Tom. So we got a little clip from your first episode here.
Thank you very much.
Get this diagnosis and shut your door and sit there and do nothing. You're going to go quicker than if you got out and got a job or just walked or done anything, rather than sit there.
It's a great message, yeah.
It's the small things that make your day,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like you say, in the garden and stuff like that. This last week when it was sunny, Frank and I, he'd do some gardening, then I'd allot myself an hour and a half because I knew I'd be tired after if I stayed all day in the garden. For the whole week, we've done the garden between us, and it's been great. You know, we've had a laugh, we've had, you know, the sun's been shining.
So what have you got out of joining the podcast, Tom?
I feel more confident. Mm-hmm. And I know sometimes I'm not very independent, but I can be now. I just seem to do things that I want to do. Mm-hmm. I'm meeting Fran. I got bad ears since I've met Fran because he didn't stop talking. My ears are bleeding, I think. No, never. Yeah, it's been really good for me.
Great.
And Marion, she enjoys coming.
It's lovely.
All the behaviour change stuff that we've talked about, more water, you know, diet, all those types of things, you know, we've really only got into like the one topic of water, which I got, you know, after 5 weeks of talking about it, like, right, not next week. No. How, now that it's been, I suppose, the last time we talked about drinking more water was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I know, Fran, you said you had your birthday and things changed and maybe it wasn't as good, but how's it been in general when it comes to, you know, even just thinking about water intake? And
well, you do know the difference because, as you said, I had a birthday and a big birthday.
Yeah.
And
congratulations.
it took me a while to get back in
to your routine,
to the sink of eating properly again and drinking water. And I noticed that I did feel sluggish. I wasn't sleeping properly. I just didn't feel as well as what I felt when I'd sort of controlled my diet better and drank water of a day, and even of a night going to bed. But I noticed the difference in it, and I lost some weight, and you know, it was all beneficial. But then after, and this is what is right in one way, I just threw it out the window for a bit to enjoy myself. And then, yes, getting back on it was a little bit, but I'm back on it now, and that's great. Do you know what I mean? It's you're allowed to have a blip.
Oh, absolutely.
You're allowed to have something that you like and enjoy it.
You know, behaviour change takes months, years.
Yeah.
You know, I've said before about when I lost all my hair.
Yeah.
And you know, it probably took me, well, a year, 2 years of learning what I needed to change, and a year, 2 years, 3 years of really changing my behaviours in so many ways.
Yeah.
To the point now where I do say to friends and family, losing my hair will probably be the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I've never been as fit and as healthy. My diet's never been as good.
Yeah.
You know, I take like vitamin D supplements, which I wouldn't have known because I've got a vitamin D deficiency, which I never would have known unless I'd lost my hair. Have you? There you go.
Yeah.
Which I never would have known.
Have you?
There you go, all of us.
Yeah.
Well, I think the VDs, that doesn't sound right.
They say,
oh dear.
Let's not call ourselves that.
No.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah, no. So the vitamin D deficiency is something that I wouldn't have known if I had this, but I think everyone in the UK, especially in places that, you know, goes dark at 3:30, 4 o'clock, a lot of people have a deficiency of that in the
and it's your job as well, isn't it? If you're in a job where you're never
not outside. Yeah.
Like I was on the wards all the time. I was working late shifts, morning shifts, late shifts.
Yeah.
And you worked long days and stuff like that. So you never really went out to do anything, and you ate horrendously because you never had time. You drank cold coffee, cold tea. You know, you were lucky if you got a hot one.
I remember back to the Dr. Ivan, the Oxford neuroscientist, saying about ecologically valid. So doing Sudoku and crosswords is not what we've done for 20,000 years. Also, what we haven't done for 20,000 years is not be in the sun every day.
Yeah.
Because for 20, 30,000 years, everyone was in the sun every day.
Yeah.
And only more recently, 4,000 years ago, we started to maybe build shelters where we were constantly out of the sun.
Yeah.
So it's all of that is probably why there's a lot of people with vitamin D deficiencies.
I think because they're not taking as much notice of dementia from like a government point of view and other points of view. I think, I've forgotten what I'm saying.
It's all right. We'll come back to you. Maybe the next episode, it'll come back to you.
Yeah.
It might do. Any other highlights from the year for you, Tom?
Doing Father Christmas, the Christmas special, that was good. I enjoyed that because you can hardly see me. I'm all covered up.
It was good.
Yeah,
I don't think we mentioned anything about Christmas in that whole episode. We just sort of did the episode, and apart from you laughing, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
So any listeners of that particular podcast,
look at it and say, oh my God, have they got dementia?
He's acting like Father Christmas. I wonder why that is. Because I don't think we even referenced the outfits. We just went straight into the episode.
And also, somebody didn't have a Christmas jumper, you know. He got one for me.
Yeah.
He borrowed one.
Yeah.
That's terrible, isn't it?
He was the elf. That's why he left his top, wasn't it, Manny?
Yeah.
So, I know, yeah, exactly. I walked in, totally forgot it was a Christmas episode, and luckily got handed one by Jacob, which was fantastic. As I walked in, and then I walked in with a jumper and Christmas hat and looked like I'd totally remembered. And then you all found out after that I'd forgotten. And that's actually something you mentioned before, Fran, about highlights of the year is all the lovely people that work in the studio.
Yeah. They're dead nice. Because when you've got dementia and that, and you're always a bit wary about meeting people, aren't you? Because you don't know how you're going to react.
Are they going to see you as well, isn't
Or
it?
are they going to see us, But coming here, it's been comfortable from day one, hasn't it?
But really, they shouldn't see you with anything else but you, should they?
Yeah, that's all.
It. But people don't, they're not educated enough to know
There still is a lot of stigma, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Going back to the sun, I was in Dubai for 4 months.
Yeah.
I came home, I had a vitamin D deficiency.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
They put me on tablets when I come home.
Yeah, I take
But then
them
again,
every day.
I didn't go outside because it's too flaming hot.
Right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, Frank could be like that. He doesn't like the heat. He loves it, likes the sun and everything, but he won't sit in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He likes to be shaded or just nice and warm.
Cool. Well, I think that was a pretty decent wrap up of all of our highlights, unless you got anything else that comes to mind screaming out at you.
No, not really.
Highlights for the last year? No.
Meal at the Ivy, that was nice.
That was lovely, yeah.
Oh, that was lovely.
Yeah, we got all of the people that have been guests together and had a lovely evening because one of the things that we want to do, is build a big community. I think it starts here where we are because we have a lot of people who live 20, 30 miles from Liverpool in the UK, but we obviously want that to grow online. And one of my highlights was receiving an email from a lady in Ireland that I shared with all of you last week.
That was lovely.
Saying how much she enjoyed the podcast and how could she find a group like Sedgemoor.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things we want to do in the podcast over the next year and through my company is like, how can we help people with young onset and with later stage dementia to support them every day from the moment they get it, but then also how can they find and maybe even build communities around them wherever they are? Because I think it gives us gives you guys a sense of purpose, doesn't it? The whole show and everything. I think in the book that was The Ageless Brain, he talked about where there's a why, there's a will. And if you have a good reason to change your behaviour, you have a good reason to fight the progression of the disease, whether it's family, friends, community, then it helps to motivate you, doesn't it, to make changes?
Yeah, I live a different life now, do you?
Oh, who are you?
Yeah.
I try my best. I've forgotten. Well, I do my best to do some right things for the change.
Yeah, I think it's changed mine and it's changed my outlook on life as well.
Really? Oh, that's good. That's nice to hear. Well, you already had a great outlook in my perspective.
You think you're just bobbing along, aren't you? And then you do something and you meet people like Tom, Marion and all those and what we've done here. And I think, it has changed me. I'd never have done, like you said, I'd never have done anything like this, but also in my private life, it's changed as well. I do things totally different. And it's easier for me now. I just feel more content and calm.
Oh, I'm definitely calm.
Than I used to. Yeah.
Very mellow.
Yeah. I don't let things...
Like a marshmallow.
Yeah. Oh. Make sure no one comes and sticks a stick in you and puts you over the ashes.
Well, you never know.
Roast,
Our son likes marshmallows, so I'll have to be careful of him.
Yeah.
Great. Well, on that I think we had a nice little short episode there and
We did,
reviewed
yeah.
the year.
Good.
So thanks.
No
Thanks for
problem.
your time,
Welcome.
and thanks everyone for listening.
Thanks for listening to us today. Hope it's been useful. If you have any questions or comments that you wish to make, just contact us on social media.
Thanks again for listening today. Just a reminder to do your own research. We always take guests, scientists, researchers, people supporting people living with dementia, people living with dementia at their word. They might talk about things that are new in science. They might talk about things that have really helped them. So just a reminder, do your own research. And thanks again for listening.